Most people will never achieve their financial goals, not because they lack the intelligence or the desire, but because of a subtle yet destructive force that lies within us all: greed. In his best-selling book, The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel explores this concept in depth, weaving insights from behavioral science, history, and personal experience into a compelling narrative. He shows how our emotional responses to money, more than our IQ or financial literacy, often determine our financial success or failure. One of the key concepts he introduces is something he calls disguised greed, which refers to those subtle, often unconscious desires and fears that drive our financial decisions. This is a topic I've been researching for quite some time now, having written over 80 articles on practical psychology. This is From Book to Life, where ideas from books come to life and become tools for personal transformation. Like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So let's break down the 6 steps outlined in the book and discuss how we can master this hidden enemy. Step 1. Disguised greed. Mapping and neutralizing financial risks. Before we can truly understand how to control our greed, we need to first identify the various forms it can take. According to Housel, greed comes in many shapes and sizes, from the urge to keep up with the Joneses to the desire to get rich quick. But in the context of our financial decisions, he outlines 3 primary types of disguised greed that each present their own unique challenges. First, we have greed by comparison, driven by our innate desire to be better off than others. This manifests as a constant urge to one-up the Joneses, to acquire more possessions, a larger house, or a fancier car just because someone else has it. It's the fear of being seen as less successful, less attractive, or less intelligent. Next, there's greed for speed, which arises from our impatience and desire for quick rewards. This form of greed leads us to chase after get-rich-quick schemes, risky investments, and shortcuts that promise fast wealth accumulation. We're willing to tolerate higher levels of risk and uncertainty because the potential for rapid gain is too tempting to resist. Then we have greed for status, which stems from our need for external validation and recognition. We want the trappings of success, the luxury cars, designer clothes, and exclusive memberships because they signify a certain level of achievement and exclusivity. Maintaining a facade of affluence becomes a priority, even if it requires us to live beyond our means or take on unnecessary debt. Recognizing these different types of disguised greed is crucial because each one operates differently and requires its own unique strategy for containment. Step 2. Greed Containment Protocol. Now that we have a framework to recognize the various forms of disguised greed, we can start to develop strategies to manage them effectively. Housel suggests implementing a protocol that includes 4 concrete limitations, each designed to curb a specific aspect of our greedy tendencies. First, set goals that focus on your own progress, not on comparing yourself to others. These goals should be ambitious, yet attainable, and regularly adjusted based on your circumstances. By focusing on your own journey, you reduce the emotional impact of seeing others seemingly surpass you. Second, establish safety zones around your investments, savings, and income. Create buffer zones that protect you from making impulsive decisions during market downturns or unexpected financial setbacks. For instance, having 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved in an easily accessible account can provide a sense of security while still allowing you to invest for the long term. Third, set emotional stop losses to prevent yourself from making rash decisions driven by fear or greed. Determine beforehand how much you're willing to lose before you invest in any particular thing and stick to that limit. This might mean setting aside a small amount of money that you're comfortable risking rather than investing based on gut feelings or market hype. Fourth, establish a tolerance for financial boredom. This involves embracing the idea that investing is not an exciting roller coaster ride, but rather a long, slow process that requires patience and discipline. By accepting the boredom and committing to a long-term perspective, you can avoid making impulsive decisions to chase quick gains or avoid losses. Step 3. Arousal of greed. As we move forward, it's essential to recognize the emotional states that can trigger our greed and lead to risky behavior. Housel highlights 2 primary emotions that can throw us off balance: fear and excitement. Fear of loss or scarcity can drive us to make hasty decisions in an attempt to protect our wealth or income. For example, when a stock portfolio drops significantly in value, our fear of realizing the loss may cause us to sell, locking in the loss and missing out on potential recovery. Similarly, if we feel threatened by economic uncertainty or job insecurity, our fear may manifest as an urge to hoard resources, whether that's money, food, or other necessities. On the other hand, excitement and the prospect of quick gains can also trigger our greed. When presented with an investment opportunity that promises high returns with little effort, our natural curiosity and desire for instant gratification may take over. We might be tempted to abandon our well-thought-out financial plans and invest heavily in a risky venture based on nothing more than a gut feeling or market hype. Understanding the emotional landscape that can either trigger or neutralize our greed allows us to navigate financial situations more effectively and make better decisions. By recognizing the signs of heightened emotions and their potential impact on our rationality, we can take steps to protect ourselves from making impulsive, ill-informed choices that could jeopardize our financial well-being. Step 4. Building financial resilience. Now that we've identified the emotional triggers of greed, it's time to focus on building our resilience in the face of these challenges. Housel suggests practicing mental exercises that help us detach from our emotions and adopt a more objective, long-term perspective on our finances. One effective exercise is visualizing your financial goals gradually unfolding over time. Instead of fixating on immediate market fluctuations or short-term gains, imagine your investments growing steadily and consistently over several years. Picture yourself making regular contributions to your portfolio, watching your savings accumulate month after month, and celebrating milestones like paying off debt or saving for a down payment on a house. This practice helps you build patience and appreciate the power of compounding returns by showing you the long-term benefits of consistent, disciplined behavior. Another valuable exercise is financial meditation. Just as meditation can help calm your mind and bring clarity to your thoughts, financial meditation can bring clarity to your financial situation. Regularly take time to reflect on your financial goals, values, and priorities. Ask yourself questions like, what do I want to achieve with my finances? What does financial security mean to me? And how can I align my spending and saving habits with my long-term goals? Now, this exercise helps you gain a deeper understanding of your motivations and strengthens your resolve to stay on track. By practicing these mental exercises, you cultivate a mindset that is better equipped to withstand the emotional turmoil that can lead to impulsive, greedy decisions. You learn to focus on the bigger picture, stay committed to your financial goals, and maintain a sense of calm and objectivity in the face of market ups and downs. Step 5. An anti-greed architecture. Now, let's explore the practical ways we can build anti-greed mechanisms into the very fabric of our financial lives. The idea is to design our financial systems in a way that aligns with our long-term goals and reduces the opportunities for impulsive, greedy behavior. This involves creating multiple layers of protection that work together to keep us on track. First, implement automated investments. By setting up automatic transfers from your checking account to your investment accounts, you can remove the temptation to skip a contribution or to cash out your investments on a whim. Having these contributions automatically deducted from your paycheck or bank account can make it feel like an unavoidable expense, reducing the chances of it being tampered with. Second, practice controlled diversification. Instead of putting all your eggs in one basket, spread your investments across different asset classes, industries, and geographic regions. This reduces your exposure to any single investment's performance and helps you maintain a balanced perspective. By diversifying, you are less likely to panic and make rash decisions when a particular investment underperforms. Third, engage in long-term planning. Take the time to create a comprehensive financial plan that outlines your goals, your investments, and your lifestyle expenses. Review and update this plan regularly, especially during major life events such as a new job, marriage, or the arrival of a child. Having a plan keeps you focused on your long-term objectives and helps you stay disciplined and avoid impulsive decisions driven by short-term greed. Step 6. Impulse shielding. To further protect ourselves against the pitfalls of greed, we can employ a multi-pronged approach that combines technological barriers with psychological safeguards. First, use limit investment apps. Set daily or weekly limits on how much money you can invest through apps like M1 Finance, Stash, or Acorns. This prevents you from investing more than you intended to in a given period, reducing the likelihood of making impulsive investment decisions. Second, block market notifications. Turn off real-time updates on your phone and desktop to avoid constantly monitoring market fluctuations. This reduces the emotional impact of short-term market movements and allows you to make rational decisions without being influenced by fear or greed. Third, limit exposure to instant info. Be mindful of the news and social media content you consume. Reduce your exposure to sensationalized headlines and opinion-based commentary that can trigger emotional reactions. Focus instead on reliable, factual sources of financial information and be wary of anyone offering get-rich-quick schemes or overly optimistic predictions. In conclusion, greed is a powerful force that can either propel us towards financial success or lead us astray. By understanding the different forms it can take, practicing detachment, implementing anti-greed architecture, and shielding ourselves against impulses, we can harness the positive aspects of ambition and determination while mitigating the risk of reckless decision-making. Remember, true wealth is not just about accumulating money, but about becoming the best version of ourselves along the way. If you found this video helpful, please show your support. If this content resonated with you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and check out other episodes of From Book to Life. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy investing.